Right now, while you watch this video, your roof is absorbing intense heat like a hot iron skillet. Every single hour of the summer day, that dark surface is pulling in massive radiation from above. You are actively paying to cool a house that your own roof is constantly cooking from the top. A simple natural powder that people used centuries ago can drop your attic temperature by 40 degrees. This does not require any electricity or a contractor or an expensive new air conditioning machine. All you really need is a bucket, a brush, and one single free Saturday morning to finish it. I remember walking into an old traditional farmhouse on a blazing hot day in the late summer. The outside air was 95 degrees, but the kitchen felt completely cool and steady without any noise. There was no hum of a compressor running, and no cold air blowing out of modern vents. The house felt like it was naturally breathing on its own without any modern equipment installed inside. I searched the walls for a thermostat before realizing that this old house did not have one. That single moment completely broke everything I had ever been taught about keeping a modern home comfortable. Before this video ends, I will show you the exact method and materials that make this work. I am also going to reveal a secret space technology that was quietly erased from building manuals. This method applies directly to you whether your home is brand new or built decades ago in the 70s. The average family spends hundreds of dollars every single year just to cool their living spaces in summer. A brand new central cooling system can cost you thousands of dollars to purchase and install properly. Over a decade, you might spend a small fortune fighting heat that should never have entered your house. Most homeowners naturally assume that hot outside air simply creeps inside through the walls and regular windows. That sounds logical, but real scientific studies show something completely different about how heat moves into homes. The government confirmed that 93% of attic heat arrives entirely as invisible radiant energy from above. This is infrared radiation beaming down from the sun and getting absorbed directly by your dark shingles. On any summer afternoon, the surface of a dark shingle roof can easily reach 160 degrees. Your attic space quickly hits 140 degrees, and that superheated air presses down into your ceilings. The traditional ways figured this out long ago without fancy laboratories or expensive government research grants. They discovered real practical knowledge by simply paying close attention to nature over many consecutive generations. Their roofs are never dark because they intentionally choose reflective materials like light metal or natural slate. For over 2 centuries, traditional builders have applied a simple mixture of hydrated lime and water to walls. This classic lime wash dries bright white and reflects the blazing sun away from the structure completely. Their houses are strategically oriented to minimize direct solar exposure on the widest walls during peak hours. They construct deep covered porches that throw protective shade across the exterior walls during the hottest times. Their interior ceilings are built high because hot air naturally rises away from the main living area. They use thick walls made of stone or heavy timber to absorb heat very slowly during daytime. Some families even build parts of their homes partially underground to utilize the Earth's natural steady temperature. The ground stays cool year-round regardless of what the blazing air above is doing during the summer. Their homes use large windows on opposite walls to create a steady cross-ventilation breeze without fans. Why do we spend billions of dollars on cooling when a simple solution has existed for centuries? That burning question kept me awake at night until I started looking into the roofing industry records. What I discovered was not a lack of knowledge, but a carefully manufactured gap in public awareness. Powerful manufacturing associations actively lobby against building codes that would encourage or require highly reflective roofing materials. This is not wild speculation because these actions are clearly documented on the public record for anyone to see. Politicians have been convinced to strip reflective roofing requirements from official state energy conservation codes. These decisions lead directly to higher electricity bills and dangerous heat levels for millions of average citizens. The industry makes massive profits from dark shingles and dark rubber membranes used on commercial buildings. They even spread false claims that white roofs cause moisture problems and mold growth inside the structure. Large retail chains tested white roof coatings across multiple climates and found absolutely no mold problems at all. Hydrated lime is a natural mineral commodity that nobody can patent or trademark for exclusive profit. Even local homeowners associations often have strict rules on their books banning bright white or reflective roofs. If you already own a home, you do not need to tear anything apart to benefit from this. You do not need a professional contractor or special permission from anyone to complete this simple project. Go to a local hardware store and buy a bag of Type S hydrated lime today. Mix 1 part lime powder with 2 parts clean water until it reaches a thin consistency. Stir the mixture thoroughly until it is completely smooth and uniform before applying it to your roof. Use a simple paint roller or a wide masonry brush to apply the coating evenly across the surface. Let the first coat dry completely in the sun before applying the second coat the next day. For an average home, your total material cost will be under $30 for the entire project. One homeowner documented that his attic temperature dropped from 143 degrees down to 97. He saved over $1,000 in electricity during a single hot summer using this exact method. Another person measured a 24% reduction in their electricity consumption after coating their roof white. Spending $30 every few years is much better than buying an expensive new cooling unit. Lime is also naturally antibacterial and protects your roof structure from destructive insects and fungal growth. Wood-boring beetles will not touch a treated surface because lime acts as a natural deterrent against them. Now let us discuss the incredible space technology developed by NASA that can also save you money. In the late 50s, scientists needed to protect spacecraft from extreme temperature swings in open orbit. They developed thin, metallized foil sheets designed to reflect radiant energy away from delicate equipment and crew. A clever researcher wondered what this exact same material would do inside a standard residential attic space. The Department of Energy tested this concept, and the results were absolutely undeniable for home cooling. A sheet of reflective foil stapled to your roof rafters intercepts radiation before it heats the attic air. The product is widely available today under the name of Radiant Barrier Foil at home improvement stores. A large roll is very inexpensive, and anyone can install it using a simple staple gun. You staple it directly to the underside of your rafters, with the shiny side facing down. Make sure to keep an air gap between the foil and any surface for maximum efficiency. The popular fiberglass insulation in your attic only addresses heat moving through conduction and slow convection. It does almost nothing against radiant energy, which accounts for most of the heat entering your home. You have been sold a partial solution and told it was the complete answer to your problems. This radiant foil technology was quietly removed from major building reference manuals back in the early 90s. It was not banned because it failed, but because it worked too well against corporate profits. A white lime surface utilizes a natural mechanism called radiative sky cooling to send heat away. It radiates heat directly into the cold void of deep space, which acts as a massive sink. Your air conditioner struggles against hot outside air while your white roof bypasses the atmosphere completely. Total cost for both treatments will be under $100 and takes 1 weekend to complete. I spent decades paying massive utility bills because nobody told me about these simple traditional secrets. Now that you know this secret, you can take control of your own home cooling expenses. Please drop your average attic temperature in the comments below so we can compare different regions. Share your thoughts on these hidden methods and follow this channel right now for more eye-opening secrets.